Played by both teams, I think.
Yes, and I talked to Gothenburg afterwards, and they knew that they were, prepared that it was going to be a physical, tough game for them. So they just played and had fun, and they're saying that they're giving everything tomorrow when they meet Norrköping.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Norrköping tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's the one they're really going for. Yeah.
Yes, that's the one they're going for.
Okay, good. And we will see Norrköping in just 2 minutes.
Yes.
And what do we know about Norrköping? I think you know a little bit more than I do, right? Where are they from?
They're from Norrköping.
Where is Norrköping? For everyone who's at home, maybe not so knowledgeable.
And you're asking a Greek person that.
Oh, right,
oh God!
Yes. Oh my God, we're hopeless.
I think it's on the east and south of Stockholm. Or is it north of Stockholm? A Greek and a Danish person
talking about Swedish geography. Yes, very well.
Well. It's but they are. They started once as a small, like a people gathering, and then they became a roller derby team.
Okay.
Like most teams, starting skating a little. And today they are about to do a C team.
Oh, cool. So they are a lot of people. And you can see them on your screen. That's Norrköping in red.
Yes.
Cheering for Luleå's skate out.
Yes, and Luleå we have number 10 Roadkill, number 10 Louise, 17 Killin, who's also the captain for today, 19 Gabby Grenade, 23 Lucy Slayer, 3 Petra Pack, 4 General Haywire, 48 Ruby Disaster, 627 Juni Jinx, 82 Rolling Riot, 90 Tasmanian Diddy, 95 Skeletoria, and 96 Obscuria. Their bench and lineup are not listed here, so I will not be able to give you any names soon. But maybe they're without a bench in the lineup today.
No, as I understanding, they are lending a bench coach from Crime City. That's Mufa.
Okay.
But Mufa has injured their foot, so they have an assistant from Dog City.
Okay.
Brecken is assisting Mufa, so it's very much a gathering of strengths.
Well, it's nice seeing teams helping each other out.
Yes, for sure. And now we have the presentation of Norrköping.
Yes, do you want me to take that?
You can go ahead and take that if you want.
Number 1, Rage Extreme. 1281 Kamikaze. 14, The Shardinator. 18, Blocked a Pussy. 21, Lady Zizu. 212, Queen Jezebel, who's also a captain. 253, Tiny Terror, who also is in Team Sweden.
Yes.
321, Egonia Nox. 33, Becky Blackout. 40, Molotova. 8, Vaseline. 9, Mama Slut. 934, Quadditch. Coach Papa Beer. And lineup runner Lord Voldemort.
Lord Voldemort.
Yeah. And Quadditch used to play in Stockholm Roller Derby, so I'm excited to see her play here.
Yes, so we have a bit of pulling together strength of different parts of Swedish roller derby.
Yeah, interesting.
For both these teams, that's very interesting.
Yes, and Luleå, they came in 4th place
Last year?
When they lost against Gothenburg Roller Derby. So it's the 3rd seed, and I think Norrköping came in 4th? 5th? God, I don't remember. You know, sometimes everything blacks out in your mind.
There's also a lot of derby going on, so
yes.
I will forgive you for not remembering every result of every game.
Yeah, and me, who's talking right now, is Dimauer, and you are?
My name is Ponycat.
So you know, out there we have a Twitter. You can hashtag Elitserien roller derby when you talk to us, and we will see to it that we read your tweets out loud.
Yes, in the previous game we did promise that we would read every tweet, and we will try.
Yes.
We did get tweets in Spanish and in Finnish, and we did our very best. So please write whatever you feel like.
We'll do our best. And lining up right now is Quadditch 934 for Norrköping and
1010 Luis for Luleå.
And jam is on, and we can see here both jammers just attacking those walls, and they're just past the pivot line.
Ooh, nice spin on the outside.
Luis is still trying to get through, but Quadditch has lead.
First lead goes to Norrköping.
And Luis is out of the pack, coming up from behind. Quadditch sees that and calls. 2 points for Norrköping.
3.
3?
Yes.
Good first at with 2.
There we go. That is 3 points to Norrköping here in the first jam.
So good point protection.
Yes. It's going to take a little time for us to warm up, or at least for me. I was a scoreboard operator the last game, so I was just quiet.
Oh, quiet and looking. But now, who's not going to be totally quiet and looking on is number 17, Killian for Luleå.
And
Kamikaze for Norrköping,
who also takes lead. And Killian is trying to get through that wall of Norrköping.
Makes a spill on the outside and is drawn back into turn 1.
And Kamikaze is in on her first scoring pass, getting hit out and recycled all the way back to the pivot line. Killian got some help from 2-3, Lucy Slayer. And out of the pack.
Clears for initial pass. Lead gem is still in the hands of Norrköping.
They call it with 5 points on the board, 8-0 so far.
So the 2 first jams going to Norrköping Roller Derby.
Yeah, I think they're an up-and-coming team, and they have been for quite some time. So I think they really have aspirations on the top this year, as I think Luleå has also.
Yeah. So 2 hungry teams battling out for this weekend of Elitserien.
And for Norrköping you have number 1, Rage Extreme jamming, and for Luleå you have number
Roadkill.
18. No. 10. Roadkill. Yeah.
Yes.
And look at those walls. And you see that Luleå, they have a solid 3 wall with one
Race, yeah.
Race. And now
Coming up to do some offense from Luleå, it's number 9.
and look at that protection of the pack here. So pack is back now. And first lead for Luleå.
And a penalty for one of Norrköping's blockers, making a slight pack advantage for Luleå.
And there on the inside, Rage is getting through.
Good offense from the Luleå player, secures.
And the first 4 points, 5 points on the board for Luleå roller derby. I'm really excited about this game. I think it can go either way.
Yeah.
I believe. Let's see what these teams have for us. And Norrköping Roller Derby has put up an Instagram picture. So this is happening right now. Slots United, Norrköping's A team, and nominee for this year's breakthrough are facing Luleå Roller Derby. Nominee for this year's breakthrough.
What does that mean, this year's breakthrough? Do you know?
It says here about the...
It's their club is nominated for this year's breakthrough under Elitserien in Norrköping. So it's a local prize they're nominated for. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Good luck. I
Good
hope you
luck.
win.
Yes.
I want these on my butt. I'm sure you do.
I wonder if the whole team is going to that gala, or if there are specific people from the team.
Oh, please do tell us, Norrköping Roller Derby, if you are watching this, do use the hashtag Elitserien Roller Derby and tell us more about this prize that you're nominated for. We want to know. What is it? So we had a bit of a conversation from the refs.
No, it was an official review.
Okay.
It says.
So we
let's
will
see.
hear, hopefully. Mounty is telling our in-house announcer crew what the official review was about. So hopefully we will get a message.
Yes.
There you have it, a granted official review for Red. They asked for a removal of the failure to reform penalty because they argued that there was indeed a pack when the no pack was called, and they were granted that official review. So they retained their official review for this one.
So before we go into that official review, 10-10 is jamming for Luleå, which is Luis, but Norrköping is getting lead, and that's Rage Extreme.
That's
That's
Raccoon Riot for Norrköping jamming and with lead. And as the in-house crew was talking about, the official review was retained
by Norrköping because they had a player who got a failure to reform, but they argued that there was a pack and they retained the review.
Yeah,
so it's so nice when teams have, you know, that they know what's going on.
Yeah, they have good awareness and is calling the right kind of official reviews.
Yeah, and it's so nice also for when you have referees that, you know what, you were right.
Yeah.
And Norrköping puts up 5 on the board. 10 on the board for this jam, so 18-4 right now. And in for their third pass.
Raccoon Riot tips around on the toe stops on the outside line, picks up another 5, as you said.
And a star pass to Gabby Grenade from Luis.
From Luleå.
Yes, and Luis is now in the 3 formation triangle. And there we have a track cat on 3-0 from Norrköping. I think it was Luis that kicked them out, and then they re-entered in front of them.
So first power jam going to Luleå in this game. They have 4 points on the board so far, so this is a really good opportunity for them to put on more points on that scoreboard.
Yeah, we have 10 seconds on the jam, so next jam is going to start with Norrköping jammer in the box. So I really hope that Gabby is taking it easy. And there we have the whistle So let's see, who are they putting on the track
to take this power jam? 2 points is signaled for red by the refs, but we still have 0 for Luleå in this last jam on the scoreboard.
25-4 right now for Norrköping. Killin is on the jammer line, attacking the pack.
And offense being set in by the team to try to break it open for Killian.
And Queen Jezebel taking Killin out, recycling her back.
And Luleå takes
With
an egg from Norrköping.
yes, and a nice apex jump from Killing, getting out and getting lead. And Norrköping jammer is standing in the box right now, and we see here the swarm from Luleå roller derby containing a player.
And again, we have Queen Jezebel doing beautiful defense.
And now the Norrköping jammer in the pack trying to get through. Lady Zizou trying to give some offense, and it pays out.
Nice toe-stop run on the outside for Raccoon Riot.
And Killing is through, picking up all the points. Getting 5 on the board in that jam. It was a hard-working 5 points.
Yeah. That was a power jam, hard-fighting. So Luleå roller derby, a total of 9 points so far in the first 5 jams of the game, and Norrköping roller derby is sitting at 25.
And we have roadkill for Luleå against Quadditch from Norrköping on the jam start line.
And was it Quadditch you were talking about that had previously skated with Stockholm?
Yes, and Quadditch has lead, whilst roadkill is stuck behind the pack. Jammer panting in their hands. And now both jammers pushing.
Tiny Terra with the drawback, but receives a clockwise penalty for that run directly into Luleå's walls. And that's all the opening that Quadditch needs.
And a nice spin move by roadkill, but still Queen Jezebel holding together with 3-2-1, who is Egonia Knox. And now comes the offense that roadkill's been waiting for.
And that was Petra Pak.
And look at that wall on the rear, that 3 wall.
Good defending, but again, Quadditch finds some space on the outside.
And it wasn't that much space. I saw it here. It was right on
the
line. Right on the line. And you know what? I think Quadditch has skated in 2 WFTDA playoffs. So, I mean, it's a real good player to have on the team. Not only for the skills, but also
the knowledge
of the game. Who do you have on the line now?
We have 10-10 Luis for Luleå roller derby.
And Kamikaze for Norrköping. And Luis chipping on the inside on the toe stops and getting a track cut for that. Oh. So close, but yet so far away. You know how that is.
And we have a bit of a banter going on because our teams have just recently played each other, right? So
you mean
announcer banter between competing teams, of course. But a lot of a showdown happening in the pack as we have this power jam underway.
Yes, and you can see here that they're trying to contain and bridging, and that 2 wall doing what they can And now there's a multiplayer going to 9-5. And you see now skaters going to the box, whichever direction they want to, due to the new rules that we're playing here by today. And we're going to do so in the future also.
Reminding you that the new rules from January 1st does allow skaters to enter the box from every direction they please. You don't have to follow derby direction around the pack. They can take the shortest route. This is, of course, interesting. This is one of the first games I've seen played with the new rules, and already we see the players taking full advantage, which is really great.
Yes, and we see a Kamikaze putting 13 points on the board, and Luis scoring points also. Oh, a nice apex jump from Luis. Believe Luis picked up the points, but takes the
safe road.
Yeah. I would do that too. Yeah. Take the safe road. So let's see. It's 19 points for Norrköping. This
jam. And 8 points being picked up by Luleå.
No, another 4. So it will be 12.
Yes, so they did get all the points on the last, that beautiful apex jump.
And we saw that on the replay. Really good. And Linda Teresa Gamla Fesa has taken a picture on Instagram and hashtagged it Elitserien roller derby, Luleå roller derby, kötta. I guess they're having a
And we can send that picture, I think, to you at home on the screen.
There you see it.
There you see it. It's a nice watch party. And I love the name. It had a good rhythm to it. Linda Teresa Gamla Fesa.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a joke name? Probably.
Maybe. I don't know.
Besides the lovely shorts.
And now Luleå has taken a team timeout, and I guess it's nice to do it here. You know, assess what do we know. It's 18 minutes left on the period clock. So what works for us? What doesn't work? Who should we watch out for? And then we see the picture from Norrköping roller derby that we talked about earlier.
Very excited. Always nice to have support from home when you're going away to play.
Yeah. And we have Killing, number 17 on the check for Luleå, and number 1, Rage Extreme for Norrköping. Again, Luleå in the black and Norrköping in the red.
And Jam is on. Killian finding that space on the outside, picks up easy lead for Luleå, much needed.
But Rage is right behind them. And
Rage Extreme.
You can hear the bench screaming for offense. Let's see if they did find a hole for Killian to pick up something. Waiting for the ref to signal if there were any points rewarded. 1 point for Luleå.
And on the jammer line right now we have 3-0.
3-0, that must be...
I don't have them on my list here.
But it does say on the scoreboard that is Raccoon Riot and Roadkill for Luleå.
Thank you. Yeah, need to check the scoreboard more often. And Roadkill is stuck behind that wall of players, and Queen Jezebel really doing great work out there, as all of her other team players.
Raccoon Riot in the pack, scoring points. Jukes on the outside of number 9-5 for Luleå. And that's Skeletoria.
And a star pass to 6-2-7 Juni Jinx from Luleå. And Raccoon Riot trying to get around the last player to get that point.
We have great defense by Tasmanian and Skeletoria in the pack. together with Roadkill, who had passed the jammer penalty.
1 point for Luleå, that jam, and 9 to Norrköping.
So we're seeing a bit of a pattern here in the first 9 jams of this game. Norrköping consistently outscoring Luleå, taking them to a total of, right now it says 61 points for Norrköping and 23 points for Luleå.
And pivot line start this time for Quadich and Luis, and Quadich getting lead. Now, if you know that you have a jammer that easily can break through the pack if they're given just some advantage, then you just give them the pivot line start.
That's right. It's a very used tactic to just give the jammer a bit more speed in their run-up, give them the chance to really hit the pack with a lot of force.
And Louise is... I would say she was out of the pack, but she wasn't.
So close.
Recycled back by, held back by Molotova and Vaseline. And there's a no pack call.
Quadich taking a bit of assistance from one of their blockers, number 3-3 on the outside. Just sneaking past to get the points. 4 more points on the pass for Norrköping.
Our jammers today are King Richard and Peppen right now. And as an inside pack ref, we have Mighty Mounty and Major Bitter, I think it is. And I will come back to you with the outside pack refs in between the next jams.
Next up, jamming, we have Killin for Luleå and Kamikaze for Norrköping.
And I want to say Kamikaze Kitten, but it's not.
It's not, but it's very close.
It's very close, but you know, you have it on your tip of your mouth there.
Yeah. And for those not in the know, possibly you could have people joining roller derby after Kamikaze Kitten's time. Kamikaze Kitten was a jammer for London roller girls.
And Ruby Disaster giving a great hit to Kamikaze, who takes a seat in the box.
And we have a star pass.
We have a star pass and we have a power jam. So let's see what Lulu can work from this.
Putting in everyone on the offense, but not covering Teeny Terra.
And Ruby Disaster is out of the pack. And let's see.
1 minute left on the jam clock. Let's see what we can do.
There's a pile up and working on the inside. Ooh, so close. Let's see if they can. Now Quadich is back on the track, taking the outside line. No, watch those outside lines. Or the lines. Whatever line. Inside. Yeah, because the level has, you know, it's such a different game right now than what it was even like a year ago. Jammers have become so confident on the lines, and we saw that the last game also. Many tiptoeing there. You can't live an inch. I don't know how much an inch is, but not even a centimeter.
I think an inch is a little bit more than a centimeter. Yeah. But yes, I do agree. You can't leave any space. Good line work from all the jammers, especially from Kamikaze in this jam. You saw there at the end another example.
I think I said Quadich before. I'm so sorry. It was Kamikaze.
Another good jam from Norrköping, picking up 13 points in total right there.
So 11 jams into this game, a little bit more than 11 minutes left on the period clock. We have 83 points for Norrköping Roller Derby and 27 points for Luleå Roller Derby. Next up, jamming for Norrköping, we have number 1, Rage Extreme, going against Roadkill for Luleå.
Some compressed action, everybody is in a big scrum.
And both teams together in a pile-up, and that works for Norrköping.
We have a jammer smiling out of the pack. I love when that happens. So Rage Extreme coming around on a scoring pass.
And a big hit from Tiny Terror there, on roadkill, so they had to reset just as they were about to get out.
Oh, and a hit out by number 9 for Norrköping. That's Mama Slut with the drawback.
Another 5-point pass for Rachel Stream.
And a star pass to 1-9 Gabby Grenade.
Big takedown of roadkill.
Gabby Grenade.
And you see Queen Jezebel heading to the box for, I think it's a misconduct, because they were trying to block a skater who was down.
Yes.
And that's not allowed.
No.
So 14-0 that jam, so 97-27. It's really getting off now.
Yeah, Norrköping is really taking off. But in the next jam, we will have a pack advantage going to Luleå, as 2 blockers from Norrköping are sitting in the pack, or in the penalty box, but doesn't matter.
Recon right just took that outside line, pushed them, and Louise out of the pack now. And you heard Papa there screaming, "Call it!" So denied any points to Luleå, and Norrköping taking 2.
And we have another viewer tweeting at us. That's Elizabeth J. Hallen. Ser på Elitserien roller derby härlig lördag at Söndra Sundby.
I don't know where that is.
That's me trying to speak Swedish. Sorry.
And on the track now we have Quadic and Killin.
One to beat for Killian, picks up lead. Much needed lead for Luleå. And as the in-house announcement just said, Killian is killing it, picking up 5 points.
And
4 points.
Yes, and calling it there, denying Quadic any points. And on the outside, our pack referees are Lady Justice, Knocken, and Gauthier.
I love that you can just recognize them. For me, there's so many stripes.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you know the names, so we can actually tell the people at home who is reffing.
Let's see if we can do it with the NSOs later.
Yes,
so they don't
that would
feel
be awesome.
left outside. So Kamikaze for Norrköping, trying to push through, but so is Roadkill. And Roadkill is in the front, getting some help from Ruby's Disaster. And Ruby right now needing to hold the pack, but pack is back right now.
Yeah, Mama Slut was back there trying to play some offense, realized that she was just making pack for them, and went up to bridge, allowing Tiny Terra and the crew of Norrköping blockers to keep the Luleå jammer stuck a little bit longer. That's Roadkill breaking out of the pack, picking up lead.
And Kamikaze right behind them and trying to give them points. And let's see if there were any points taking there. 0. So much effort, so little gain. But that's how it is sometimes.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle.
It's not easy. Speaking as a blocker, it's not always that easy. And now I have a team timeout for Norrköping, who hasn't scored any points in the last 3 jams, but Luleå has. So maybe they want to time out now.
Yeah.
See what's going on. Why don't we get any points?
Also, they have just under 7 minutes left of the first half. So maybe they're just taking a little bit of time just to talk about their game, adjusting a little bit. They are at 99 points, Norrköping, and Luleå is at 31 points. So nice lead for them by 2/3 of the points.
Yeah. But, you know, I hate to say it, but it's derby. Anything can happen.
Yes, it really is.
Good time start at 7 p.m. So come.
And if you're just joining us on the stream, we can tell you that this is the second game of the day, the first day of this Elitserien weekend. We will return again tomorrow with more derby for you. Where's my program?
Yes, and
we're starting tomorrow at 11 with Crime City Rollers taking on Luleå Roller Derby that you're watching playing now. And the second game tomorrow will be Gothenburg Roller Derby that you saw play in the previous game against Norrköping, the game in red on your screen right now.
And what you saw right now on the screen was that Rage got lead and fell in between turn 1 and 2, and then Louise just popped up behind them and they raced and the pack raced. So Papa said, you know what, just call it off, and so they did. But time is on Norrköping's side, so yeah, with 6 minutes left on the period clock. Killen on the line for Luleå and Raccoon Riot for Norrköping getting lead.
Who takes the lead? A quick lead for Raccoon Riot from Norrköping.
Oh, nice hit out and draw back by the Norrköping blocker. That's 3-3. And I feel like I've said your name already, but it's Becky Blackout.
And I see Killen, she's attacking the pack, but then again gets hit outside. Those lines are a disaster, but it was a no pass, no penalty call for Killen.
Yeah, you could see Killen just looking at the ref, thinking, did I cut? Was it a penalty? But it was not.
But it was 0 points there, even though they tried. But Norrköping putting up 9 points, passing the center mark. 108 points for Norrköping, 31 for Luleå. And Quaddage against Roadkill on the jam line.
Bench crew usually is there to make sure that skaters only have to worry about skating.
Roadkill working with an offense player from Luleå, trying to break them open, but Quaddage already found that space on the outside line to pick up lead.
And something I like seeing this game is that the jammers get offense in the start, because I didn't see that much in the previous game.
That's true.
They started out late with the offense for their jammers, and you know, it's a good strategy. Always offense for your jammer in the start. Just a little help. And Quaddage calling it off. He said, you know what, I took 4 points. I'll deny you the rest.
Yeah. You can't have any.
And it's hard, you know, it's stressful in your, it's mind, your mindset. It gets really, wouldn't want to say the F word.
No, but I think that mostly people will understand.
Yeah, you know, getting denied points over and over and over again, that's stressful for the team.
Yes, it gets in your head.
Yeah, and now we have Louise against Kamikaze, and Kamikaze, they got lead, but recycled in the pack, getting hit out by 2-3 from Luleå. That's Lucy Slayer. And Louise is out of the pack, and Kamikaze said, you know what, no. So 0-0. So good job from Luleå if they can keep it up this like this.
Yeah. I actually thought that Norrköping would have picked up points, but I think they called it a little bit early.
No, I think she was still on her initial pass. So they got recycled back and just... And now it's...
Lining up on the jam line,
Rage Extreme and Killing on the line.
Yeah, and Rage Extreme was doing a little bit of a dance back and forth on the jammer line around Killian.
And got a track cut.
Yes, but very fast reflexes, takes them straight to the box for their start of 30 seconds.
And Killian is lead. And let's see how many points they can put up.
Luleå is ready to do the offense for their jammer.
And nice work of not letting them recycle back Killian.
Right on the line, Killian staying in bounds, picking up the points. 5 points for Luleå.
And trying to catch in a triangle, but Rage is saying, you know what, I'm having none of that, just plowing through. Killian coming in, let's see how many points she will pick up.
Killian is pushed to the inside and decides to call the jam.
And what do we have for points for Killian on the last pass? A bit of slow replay happening here with Killian fighting two wall in the front.
And we have six points in that jam.
Going to 21. Going to 21, right?
And now we have a pivot line start. I find the formations, how they're starting, really interesting.
Yeah, they are starting a bit forward, giving the jammers speed.
Yes.
And that really works for Norrköping's jammer. Raccoon Riot picks up lead.
And there we saw Louise Jensen trying to make an apex jump, cutting the track, but since she just moved off the way and got back and recycled herself back, there was no cut call, because it's also in the new rules that if you yield your position directly, then you know what?
It's not a cut.
It's not a cut. And a nice apex jump again from Louise. They have to watch those apex jumps.
Yeah, but I'm so glad that we got to see an example of this new cutting rule.
Yeah.
And good awareness on the jammer taking advantage of that new rule. Star pass happening on Luleå's side of things.
And the star is now with Obscuria, number 9-6. You see them on your screen right now, trying to get through.
Oh, Raccoon just cutting open that wall of Luleå's defense, finding the room on the outside to do another pass.
I think I'm starting to see.
I'm really, actually really impressed with Norrköping's play in this game. I think that they have excellent defense, and their jammers are really good at cutting in between the defending blockers from Luleå.
Yeah. As I said, an up-and-coming team.
Super right. Very good.
20 points.
I think they are booked to go to Oslo and Paris this semester, so I don't really know what teams they're going to meet, but I guess they're going to be happy about them. And you see them, I don't know if you can see them on your screen, it's the replays here, but there's hugging on the track, and they're helping 3-0 get up, but it's halftime, so maybe that's why they're hanging on the track.
I think that would explain it.
And it was the biggest jam so far in this game, 27 points. 25.
14
yeah.
minutes.
27 mark. Yes, so as Dimauer have just told you, we are at halftime. So we will be back with the second half in less than 15 minutes.
Yes, and
at the score right now we have Norrköping at 137 points, Luleå at 37 points. So 100 points exactly ahead is Norrköping.
Hello and welcome back to the second game of the Elitserien starting season. No,
it's not the first game of the series, but it is the first game of this year.
Yes, thank you. And I have my phone here, as you can see, because we took pictures of the penalty board and how it looked. And Norrköping are sitting right now with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 penalties.
A bit more than Luleå, right?
Yes, I believe so. Luleå has only 2, 4, 6, 8 penalties.
Oh, so they're playing pretty clean, Luleå. That's good for them.
That's good for them. Yeah, the previous game was also clean. I talked to the referees and they said that they had good pack awareness and they knew when to bridge, and the teams were happy on the track and they were civil, so that's good.
Yes.
No kamikaze hits. Nothing. I
think we should be careful of saying that, as there is a player this game called Kamikaze. So
sorry
of
about
course,
that. But maybe Kamikaze gives kamikaze hits. We haven't really seen them yet, but I don't know. Is that why Kamikaze is called Kamikaze?
I don't know.
Does anyone from Norrköping know? Can you please tell us? And Andreas Järlén has posted a picture on Instagram that beginning season 8 from the sidelines as tournament head official. Hashtag Swedish roller derby, Elitserien roller derby, and bästa. And the other tournament head official for this weekend is OSM.
And we're back to the action already, Dimauer, with Quadich for Norrköping and Luis for Luleå roller derby.
And let's see what they've talked about in their...
I think they've talked about getting lead, because that's what Luis just did.
And they have been watching those lines, but...
Ooh, beautiful apex jump by Luis. Full set of 5 points, but Quadich right on her heels.
Yes, and the bench coach for Luleå is saying just speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. We have 2 people in the box. We need to get them up, so speed them up.
Another jump!
Beautiful. So those were 9 points earned by Luis. That's a really good start.
Such a good start for Luleå in the second half.
And there are 2 Luleå players in the box. One is standing, and Norrköping has their pivot in the box also standing. And there we can see the apex jump in the replay. And now the pivot line start again with 2 Luleå players. And we see that one of the Luleå players is getting a false start and
hit out by Kamikaze, drawn back by the pivot from Luleå.
But with 2 players on the track and one getting to the box and 1 player left, you can't do that much. And Killing getting hit out, and Kamikaze coming right in.
On a scoring pass. Good defense by Skeletoria, number 9-5 from Luleå, but not enough to keep back. Kamikaze coming around for a second scoring pass.
And a clockwise block is sending 4-8 Ruby Disaster to the box. And Killing is having a malfunction with her skates, but has given the cap over to Gabby Grenade. And Gab is getting through. But a low block is sending 3-2-1. Egonia knocks to the box. Lots of people in the box. Starting in the box, going to the box, getting out of the box. That box is a
popular place to be. They must have cookies.
Oh, cookies. And Kamikaze getting hit out.
By number 3, that's Petra Pak drawing back Kamikaze.
And Luleå is right now scoring points. But so is Kamikaze, and Kamikaze has 15 points on the board, so I believe they're saying, you know what, just go with it.
Skeletoria getting right up in the front of the pack to try to open things up for Gabby Grenade.
And 4 points picked up by Luleå that jam, but 18 for Norrköping. And the box is clear right now. So we have full pack on the track. And we have number 10 Roadkill for Luleå and number 1 Rage Extreme for Norrköping. And Norrköping are going with offense in the start. And it pays off.
Spin moves there by Rage Extreme to pick up the lead.
And Roadkill giving the star to their pivot.
Rage Extreme has really good acceleration out of the pack. Another quick pass.
And look at that 3-wall. They had 6 to 7 Juni Jinx in between them.
Rage Extreme looking at the bench, saying, should I call it? But no, a signal to keep it going, as Norrköping has locked down the Luleå jammer on the inside of turn 3. Drawing them back.
And Luleå, they have good wall formations, but you know, when the offense comes, then it's easy to split up.
Rage Extreme just passing the whole pack once again. 40 seconds back left on the clock.
And another Luleå player is going to the box. And we hear from the Luleå bench, offense, offense, but with 3 blockers in the pack, you know, you don't have that one that you can really send to offense.
Juni Jinx still controlled in the pack. Rage Extreme finds space on the outside. Tiny Terra on the defense.
That was a 2-minute jam, 25 points on the board, 180 to 50. And Tobias Nilsson has posted a picture on Instagram. Vernissage, indiskt och fantastiska Norrköping roller derby.
I think the picture is of
it's food and
roller derby.
Yes.
So hanging out, just eating, playing. Ooh, and we have some cheering for Norrköping from Nina O.
And that
says, "Go, go, go, sluts!"
And Raccoon Riot has lead, but Louise just behind them, accelerating. Let's see.
Ooh, another attempted apex jump from Louise. We've seen a few in this second half already.
And a big hit. You know, it just, if you go and bump them right on the hips, then you can really make them fly. There we see.
I think that's flying. The blocker in you talking. You can really make them fly. Oh, yeah. How wonderful.
And Louise, I'm saying it's killing on the jam line for Luleå, and I think it's Quadditch for Norrköping. And I think Quadditch has had 100% lead this game so far. And she's out in lead again.
Another one for the collection, as Killian is still stuck in the pack. Luleå readying their defense to try to slow down Quadditch.
You can see Quadditch, when they come into the pack, they put their hips first. Just, you know, securing that 1 or 2 points that you can get passing those hips and knowing that you have them. And tapping on the hips, saying, you know, call it off. I got 4 points on the board.
And just to explain, before we had the tweet from Nina O saying go, go, go sluts, that's because Norrköping's team name is Roller Sluts.
Sluts United.
Sluts United, that's right. Sorry. And we have the picture on your screen now.
And we have,
for the first time jamming for Luleå, we have number 3 Petra Pak with the star.
a jammer that pushes through, pushes.
And it looks like it might just be working for Luleå as Petra Pak has picked up the lead while Kamikaze is still stuck in the pack.
And the recycling looks really good from Lulu's. And Petra
Full
Pak
pass by Petra Pak.
just putting those points. And maybe they have found it. Maybe it's not the juking that they need to work on, but the pushing. And Kamikaze is still on their initial pass.
Ooh. Petra Pak just smashed through that pack. That was pretty beautiful to behold. All clean, no penalties, just pure joyous hitting.
Good jam for Luleå. This is just what they need. And you know, Petra Pak coming in between the players, just hitting on the right spot.
Oh, but that last pass by Norrköping's jammer was beautiful. I don't know if you caught that on the screen.
13 points, that's the biggest jam I think Luleå has had this game.
Definitely this half. So really good tactic for them to change it a little bit up.
Yeah. And give the other jammers just time to cool off, take a deep breath and find their energy, because it looks really hard from here. And Rage Extreme finding the inside line.
And again, exiting with a big smile on her face. I love to see that.
I think you smile when you get out of the pack, don't you?
I don't know.
You don't know. We'll just have to see some footage later. But Roadkill is still on their initial pass as Norrköping puts points on the board. It is that juking to left and right. They're really good, Norrköping, at covering those lines. And here we see some offense from Luleå.
And again, that beautiful defensive work from Queen Jezebel.
And Roadkill to the box with a star on her helmet. So this is a power jam for Norrköping, not what Luleå needs right now.
And we have seen big points being put up by Rage Extreme in the previous jams they've been on. Norrköping coming in with the offense, breaking up the holes.
Nice spin move by Rage Extreme there.
Norrköping lining up on the inside line, ready to do offense.
And they're really good at breaking up the walls of Luleå.
Yeah, they really seem to be getting the speed into the wall, which means that it's easier to break apart. And I just have to say, great awareness and resetting by Rage Extreme, taking the safe road, as we just saw here at the last pass, being hit out, and
there's that spin move on your replay.
Beautiful.
And I've played against Luleå, I don't know if you have, but they're physical too, and they're strong, and they go in for the hits, but still a very clean team to play against.
Yeah, we could see that in the halftime that they were low on penalties.
Yeah, now there is a timeout, and I will try and give you the names of the officials, which is Kaiser, Guse, Iceman, Momo, Terry Hatchet, Divide by Zero, Dr. Fu Manchu, Nurgle Bomber, Holly Hellrise, Bombardier, Mad Monitor, and OSMs that are helping out in this game.
Notoriously tricky to operate.
Now, I didn't know their names, like, in my head, so I had to take a picture of the roster.
But I was very impressed.
Yeah, I like impressing.
We also had a little shout out from Linda Dash saying a zebra button, perfect for streaming derby. And then a picture.
We have some fans in the house.
Ooh.
Of the camera.
Of a camera, so it must be someone in this house.
Who we have in here that are cheering for Luleå?
And you can see it there on your screen. So, so far we've had a few tweets and updates from the first aid kid and the camera person. And, well, it's good to know that everybody is alive and listening.
Yeah, I love how Creme City TV really stream, how they work for the streaming to work.
Yes.
I think you get me. It's hard. English is not my first language.
Mine neither. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, let's hope so.
You could do the next jam in Greek and I could do it in Danish. But right now we have Norrköping picking up another lead. That's for Raccoon Riot.
And there is a star pass from Roadkill to 4-8.
Nice.
That's Ruby Disaster.
Ruby Disaster doing two beautiful spin moves right on top of each other to take them out of the pack.
And you know what? If there is a good star pass, then you either get the other team to call up before they get top points or just 4 points. That's good. That's a good star pass.
Yes.
That's a working star pass.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen a lot of beautiful star passes from Luleå.
Yes, they have done some good star passes. And as you said, it's about stopping the bleeding.
And on the jam line right now is Louise against Quadich. And Quadich is pushing through on the inside line. And getting through while Quadich is attacking the pack, getting points and calling it before Louise enters the pack. And I believe this this floor is very slippery. Have you played
on this floor?
I have played on this floor, and I usually play with 97, 99 hard wheels. But I had an 88 wheel and a 91 wheel and two 93 wheels on my skates. And it was still slippery.
Yeah, even if you wear poisons on this floor, it's still slippery.
So
very, very halt.
And Killing attacking that pack in the rear, and Kamikaze in the front, and Killing just juking and getting lead. A well-deserved lead, but Kamikaze right behind them.
Norrköping fighting for position in the pack, finding the back of the pack, not where you want to be.
Ooh, and Killing spinning out. 2 points earned by Luleå because there was one person in the box.
Points by Norrköping.
Three for
Luleå,
sorry.
2 for Norrköping. Yep. So 1 point up for Luleå.
Yeah, and I think Luleå, they have doubled their points.
They were at 37 points at the end of first half, so they almost doubled. Which is good. So they're scoring more points in this first part of the second half.
Yes. Well, I believe they are a second half team.
Yeah.
Oh, nice take out there. Forced to recycle back is Rage Extreme.
Yeah, and she's being recycled by Petra Pak, who we had on the jam line before, and we do have a little bit of a shout out to Petra Pak from home. I think that's Linda Teresa Gamla Fessa, our friend from earlier. Grymt bra jammet, Petra Pak. And
yes, it was a good jam, and Roadkill has lead coming in for their second pass, and Luleå trying to contain Rage Extreme, but don't do it. But Let's see if Roadkill calls it off. They do. And red 3-3 going to the box for a cutting. Because they fell and put their skate outside.
And then didn't reset.
No,
yeah.
They just stood up in front of Roadkill. So pack advantage goes to Luleå this jam. And there is a team timeout for Norrköping.
And here we have the picture that Linda Teresa Gamla Fesa sent us over. It's a picture of Petra Pak.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so if you hold my mic.
Having a little bit of a chat here in the middle, but we can just talk a little bit about this game so far. We have Norrköping roller derby at 216 points and Luleå at 70 points.
We have more shorts.
I don't follow the Elitserien right now since I'm having a break, so I don't really remember how it went up in Luleå at there when they had the first.
I have some results from that. Give me 2 seconds to find those.
Because that would be interesting.
Luleå played the Royal Army, where Luleå won 157 points to 125 in October. And Norrköping played Dock City Rollers and lost. Dock City won with 222. Norrköping took 130. In the other game they played, Norrköping played the Royal Army and won 180 to 108. And Luleå also played Dock City and won 170 to 168.
Yes, I guess that is why I thought this would be an even closer game. And lead goes to Wreck and Riot from Norrköping, and Louise is struggling in the pack, trying to get through, but doesn't get any.
You can really see the pushing on your screen.
Yes. And Louise, they're getting a track cut call, going to the penalty box. Another power jam for Norrköping. I believe Luleå is kind of stressed right now. They don't seem to be getting the formations right.
No, they are a bit frazzled.
Yeah. And Norrköping are goating right now, or having an egg, as you said it. Allowing Wreck and Riot to push through.
15 points so far for Raccoon Riot in this jam.
And call off. Raccoon says, you know what? That was a good jam.
Yeah. Quite happy with that. And freezing Luleå's jammer in the box, of course. She is standing. But the Norrköping will start with the power jam.
And Quaddage is on the start line for Norrköping.
And again, as you said, Quaddage lead percentage of this game has been amazing. So a good choice to put them on for a power jam.
And Louise is coming in with speed. I'd say maybe an attempted apex jump.
Oh yes, of course you called it. Beautiful apex jump.
Yeah, when you know that you're good at something, why not just get the best of it? And 4 points there for Quaddage, calling it off.
And we got it again in slow motion here.
It's a double.
Yeah, it was a double.
A little skip there.
Yeah. I think someone should make a GIF out of that.
Yeah.
Please.
Arja Sara is tweeting: älskar streamingen av Elitserien roller derby. Att jag borde plugga istället för att titta på derby ignorerar vi. Smiley. Yeah.
Yes, keep on ignoring it.
I feel you so much. And we have Kamikaze pushing in the front and killing in the back. And they're a little small opening on the inside line.
But you can't give any opening
No,
for Kamikaze.
no.
Killian being recycled.
And it works better for Luleå when they show their backs to the jammers instead of blocking face forward. But I think that works better for everyone somehow.
Yeah.
And here we have a star pass to the pivot 627, who is Junie Jinx, pushing through and getting out.
Ruby Disaster with the hit out at the end of the jam. So 9 minutes left of the second half of this game between Norrköping Roller Derby and Luleå Roller Derby. If you're only just joining us now, this is the second game of the first day of this Elitserien weekend. Earlier today we saw Crime City Rollers take on Gothenburg Roller Derby. Crime City took the win. We will see Crime City playing again tomorrow in the first game against Luleå Roller Derby that you're seeing in black on the track right now. Norrköping in red on your screen is also playing another game, and that will be against Gothenburg Roller Derby at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So please join us again tomorrow for more beautiful roller derby.
And we see speeding pack around the track.
Very fast.
Very fast pack.
Rage
And trying.
Extreme with the lead.
And let's see if they picked up any points. Zero. Nice, denying the points there by Luleå.
Nobody wanted to give away their points, and nobody did, as it was 0 jam.
That's also good. You feel so good as a blocker when you deny points.
Yes. Yes.
It's frustrating when you're a jammer, but when you're a blocker, it feels really good. So on the jammer line right now we have Louise and Raccoon Riot. And Raccoon Riot is getting hit and pushed and hit again, but finding that inside line and getting chased out of the pack. But Louise is picking up, I think it was a cutting.
Oh, I thought that she successfully reset that cutting. Again, another interesting example of how these new rules are being played with.
Yeah, if you're not fast enough, then it doesn't count.
Yeah, because I saw the cut and I thought, oh, that's a cut.
Big
and
hit.
yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Like
that
nice
can be distracting.
shoulder hit. Oh, you saw the cut?
I saw the cut and I saw Louise exit the track and go behind what I thought was, but this is an odd angle, of course. I thought that they successfully reset that, but apparently not. Interesting new rules.
Yes, and there's a no pack, and we see the reset here by Norrköping. Two players from Luleå in the box. Let's see what's going to happen here. If they're going to keep playing, there are 40 seconds left on the jam clock, or if they're going to call it. So pack advantage next jam for Norrköping, who are up to 253 points against Luleå's 70. I know you can say anything can happen in Derby, but right now I don't know anything can happen in Derby. I think this is... I really hope... Luleå hasn't scored any points for a couple of jams now. So
yeah, I think it's safe to say that we're cheering for Luleå to make some more points now.
Yes. I have a go-to to always cheer for the underdogs.
Yes.
And here we see Quaddage going to the
penalty box
for a track cut. So lead is open right now and Killing is getting it.
Nice. Good chance for Luleå. We're cheering for you to get some points now.
Yeah. Oh, cheering for the underdog. It's like a go-to. If you don't know who to cheer for the underdogs. At least if it's not your home team's playing.
Oh, obviously.
And there we have Killing getting through, putting 5 points on the board.
Luleå ready to do the offense, charges in, trying to break apart Norrköping's wall. Killian on the outside, nice moves.
Staying in bounds, but Quadage coming in hard, breaking up the pack. And now we see Luleå trying to just give some points to Killian.
Killian.
Oh, but didn't call it in time. So 3 points to Norrköping. So that's going to be a 13-3 jam. But still gaining 10 points in that jam. And there we see Killing just tipping on the edge there on the rope.
Great work by Killian in that jam.
And we have a team time out for Norrköping. Official review. I'm sorry. That's a good thing that we're two.
Yeah. I just saw the O being signaled by Mumu, the NSO, standing on track, signaling official review. And we can see Mufa and the bench crew from Papa talking to the refs. So let's see.
Papa Bear is also coaching Team Sweden. So
okay.
I guess there's a reason why Norrköping is up and coming too, having a bench coach that's coaching Team Sweden. And
so good strategic person to have.
Yeah, and I think he also was a captain for the men's team roller derby in Sweden. So that played in the World Cup a couple of months ago. So, or no, it wasn't the World Cup. Yes, it was. A big tournament.
A big tournament.
I'm so sorry, you all out there.
It's okay. A lot of facts were said correctly, so we will just ignore the ones that were not. We will call them alternative facts.
Oh, yeah. It's the
new black.
It's the new black. The alternative
or the new
facts.
orange, or I forget. Is it orange and black? No. Anyway.
The new thing from the United States that we all can learn about.
Anyway, also in orange and black, Luleå roller derby.
And I think it's Roadkill on the jammer line against Kamikaze. And we will hear from the announcers in-house what's happening. So I will take off my phones and just listen, and you can...
And we are getting back into position, just waiting a few seconds to hear what the official review was about.
So, tomorrow at 11, same time, same place, come here and see Crime City play Luleå. I just got the results of the official review. Turns out that Norrköping wanted a penalty on the black jammer, but that will be denied by the refs.
Okay, so the no-call stance?
The no-call stance, the Norrköping wanted a penalty. They didn't say what kind of penalty on the black jammer, but it was denied. So back on track now, we see...
Kamikaze and a Roadkill jamming. Kamikaze so good at splitting up Luleå's defense, picks up lead almost right away, but closely followed by Roadkill.
And it's really interesting because I'm seeing Norrköping lining up, not together, but a little bit of in a split pack, but then just finding themselves a few seconds after the whistle. Whilst Luleå, they're starting together in a formation, but breaking apart. I think it kind of messes with your head when the other team is not lining up. As you
expect them to.
Yes. Because maybe you don't know who is going in for the offense. But you know it works for them.
And lining up again, we have Rage Extreme going against Luis.
And Rage Extreme pushing through.
Finding space on the outside, one to beat in the corner. Oh, takes a spill, both jammers down. Still contained, but with a lot of speed on the straightaway. Can they contain Rage Extreme? Nope, they cannot.
And
Lead game picked up.
And Louise taking off the cap and finds room on the inside and getting out.
Luleå comes together to defend, but Norrköping doing a little bit of offense on the inside. Oi, another attempted apex jump.
I think they're expecting that from Louise right now.
Yeah, yeah.
2 points on the board for Norrköping, 0 points for Luleå.
We have seen some beautiful apex jumps from Louise in this game.
I hope there will be gifts of them.
Yes. Give us gifts. We want all the gifts.
And we have Killing and Quadditch on the line. No, Raccoon Riot, I'm so sorry. On the line.
We apologize, but our viewing angle of the pack is a little bit askew, so we can't always see the numbers on the jerseys.
And Raccoon Riot taking lead. And a penalty assist to Killing, so it's a power jam.
Raccoon Riot just runs on those toe stops right through the pack. So less than 2 minutes left of this game. Raccoon Riot working on a scoring pass in the pack behind the blockers of Luleå in black and orange.
And Killing gets another track cut, heading back to the penalty box, having the jammer panty in the hand.
So there will be another jam. It will start as a power jam to Norrköping. It might be the last jam of this game, as there is 1 minute left on the period clock.
And here we see on a replay.
Oh yeah, you see that
track cut that Killing made.
Pushed toward the inside and was sort of falling back into the track.
And now we have Quadditch on the line and finding that outside line, tripping through.
Picks up lead right away. Norrköping waiting for Quadditch to hit the pack before they go in with the offense. Clearing that inside line, beautiful work, securing 5 points.
Yeah, Norrköping has done a really great job with the offense for their jammers.
Yes, I agree. Really good work.
And by great offense, I mean that it worked. It's not that Luleå hasn't been able to do offense or that they haven't done it, but somehow Norrköping have managed to recycle that.
Yeah, and they really come in together, as we just saw on the last pass.
Yeah. Beautifully opening up there.
Oh, and a star pass from Killing to Petropak. Petropak being recycled into turn 3.
And
has a
malfunction with their skates.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate.
Yes. And you know, period clock has run out. There are 40 seconds left on the jam clock.
And Quadditch is just going because there is no reason for them to stop.
Oh, but she says, you know what, that's fine. I don't want to be recycled. Everything is over. The unofficial final is 2-8-5 to Norrköping roll derby to 8-3 for Luleå.
So it's Norrköping taking the win by, I say it's safe to say, almost 200 points, or a little bit more than 200 points.
202 if I can count.
So pretty impressive. I think even though it's not final, we can say that Norrköping won this one.
Yeah, we can say that Norrköping won this one. And tomorrow Norrköping are playing, as you said earlier, against Gothenburg Roller Derby, who lost their first game today against Crime City. And Gothenburg Roller Derby has never before lost against Norrköping, so that will be... I'm really excited to see what they are bringing to the table, both teams, tomorrow.
Yes, because for sure, as you said, Norrköping is up and coming and really showed a lot of strength today. So I think the game that you talked about, which is at 1 tomorrow, will be super interesting.
And tomorrow, Luleå Roller Derby is playing against Crime City Rollers, as you said, at 11, and Crime City, who took the win today against Gothenburg with also almost 200 points.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens tomorrow. And Crime City Rollers, they won the gold medal last year.
They did.
So, but you never know what happens.
No, but we do have an official review here at the end of the game. So let's see if that changes anything.
Yeah, that's Luleå. Who are trying
I mean,
for an official review.
You can always just try to use your official review. So
Getting off a penalty, or you know, that's good for the stats book if you can do that.
So everybody's just waiting to hear what it's all about.
Nothing is over until the fat lady sings. Isn't that right?
I think that's what they say. Yeah, in Tintin.
Yeah. I can sing. No, I can't. I would love to, but I won't.
You're welcome to. I mean, nobody could stop you, theoretically.
That just cut off the stream.
If the screen blacks out, it's because Dimaur has started singing and also taken off her. No.
I'm going to be the one who sits here tomorrow at 11 and talk to you while the Crime City Rollers and Luleå Roller Derby game is on.
Yes.
And are you going to be with me then?
No, tomorrow it will be one of Malmö's locals, I believe, with you on the stream. We have a few of the A-team skaters joining us tomorrow, announcing in-house and on the stream. You might get to see Curly Whore with a microphone, and also Sexual Harassment will be joining us for the announcement team tomorrow.
Excitement.
Yes, so good times ahead.
So I really hope you like hearing me, so you want to hear tomorrow too.
Yes. And as always, you can talk to us at the hashtag Elitserien Roller Derby.
And you know what? There's going to be another jam.
This is pretty exciting. I want to hear what this official review was about.
Yes.
I hope they're going to tell us, because as it's looking, we're lining up for another jam.
Although I don't have the exact details officially confirmed, but it looks like Luleå did indeed win the official review. As I said,
No?
there was somebody in the middle there who's not used to calling official reviews unless she knows you can win them.
Yes, and I
think there's something with the scoreboard. No, a scoreboard operator last game, and I found it hard.
Yeah, we need to have the time back on
And
for
it is.
final jam.
And there it is, 30 seconds left. No? Let's see what happens. I have never...
I don't think that's happened while I've announced games that we have a extra jam.
No, but here we have, and Killing is on the line and Quadditch is in the box, so let's see what happens. Killing is killing it out there, getting through and getting a lead.
Yes. And the in-house crowd is going crazy for Killing.
And nice offensive play by Luleå Roller been killing on her toe stops and
pushed out and recycled, calls it as Quadditch had re-entered the track.
And getting 4 points. And you know what, that's a great way to end this game for Luleå.
I totally agree. Great work on calling that official review from Mufa on the bench crew for Luleå, securing them another chance to get a few points. So 4 more points for Luleå.
Yes. And now
we have a rolling whistle.
But yeah, great way to stop a game like this.
So I think we're gonna have to promise that tomorrow, when you are on stream, we will explain about this official review. Because right now it doesn't seem we will get any answers.
Just
but
give me a second.
So Norrköping Roller Derby 285, Luleå Roller Derby 87.
They asked for a cut on red jammer boarding and lead.
Instead of the black okay.
Yeah, so the black team asked for a cut call on red jammer.
Okay. And then
apparently
they got it.
And as we just heard, do you want to explain, Dimauer, what Jalen just informed us?
Apparently, Luleå was asking for a cut call on red jammer before they retained lead, and they got that. So therefore, they got another jam. So it wasn't black jammer that was going to the box, but red jammer.
Okay.
So therefore we had another jam.
That explains it.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching and listening to us.
Yeah, and thank you for talking to me, Dimauer. My name is Ponycat. We will see you again tomorrow.
We will. Have a fun afternoon.
Yeah. See you back here at 11 tomorrow. Bye.